Hey everyone, and welcome. Are you ready to hear a story? It's not just any story though. It's about a little bit of real-life magic. An incredible adventure that's happening all around us, like right now.
So, have you ever thought about this? You know how after it rains there are puddles everywhere, and you can splash in them, which is super fun? But then, the sun comes out, and a little while later, poof, the puddle is just gone. Where did it go? It's like a mystery, right? Well, today, we're going to solve it together.
Okay, so to solve this mystery, we need to meet our hero. His name is Eddie, and he's a teeny tiny water drop. And believe me, he's got a big, bright problem on his hands.
And there he is. Ah, look at him. He's saying, "Hi, I'm Eddie the water drop." He's just chilling in his puddle, not a care in the world. Just a normal day for a water drop. Uh-oh. But wait, suddenly things get a little, tense. Eddie looks up and he's not so happy anymore. He's thinking, oh no, the sun is coming. What will happen to me? Yikes, he sounds pretty worried, doesn't he?
But here's the thing. Maybe the sun isn't a big, scary thing after all. Actually, he's a super friendly helper, and his name is Sunny. And he's about to take Eddie on a pretty amazing trip.
And here is Sunny. Look at that big, warm smile. Sunny says, "Hello, Eddie. I'm Sunny. Don't worry. I'm here to help you evaporate." Whoa, hold on. Evaporate? That's a big word. What does that even mean?
See? Eddie's thinking the same thing we are. He's like, Eva, what? He has no idea what Sunny's talking about. But don't you worry, because evaporate is just a fancy name for a really, really cool science trick. Let's figure this out with Eddie. Okay, here we go. This is it, the moment we've been waiting for. It's time for the Great Evaporation. Sounds pretty epic, right? Let's see what this is all about.
So what exactly is evaporation? Well, it's just the science word for when water turns into a gas. So when the sun warms up liquid water, like our buddy Eddie in his puddle, it changes into something called water vapor. And water vapor is an invisible gas that's super, super light. So light, it just floats up into the sky. So how does this whole thing work? It's kind of like a three-step magical flight for Eddie. First, he starts getting nice and warm from Sunny's rays. Then, step 2, as he gets warmer, he starts to feel really, really light. And finally, step 3. He's so light that he takes off, flying high, up, and away.
And look at him now. He's shouting, "Whee! I'm flying!" How cool is that? He's not just a drop in a puddle anymore. Nope. He's turned into water vapor, and he's joining all the other little bits of water vapor up there to make a cloud. He's a sky explorer now.
Okay, so Eddie's adventure is awesome. But did you know this whole evaporation thing can happen at different speeds? Sometimes it goes into super speed mode. Let's find out what pushes the fast-forward button.
It turns out there are 3 secret tricks to make evaporation go way faster. First, the hotter it is, the faster it happens. Makes sense, right? Sunny's got more power. Second, if it's windy, that wind helps blow the water vapor away and makes room for more. And third, when water is spread out really thin, like in a big flat puddle instead of a deep bucket, it evaporates much quicker.
And now that Eddie's up in the clouds, it's all clicking into place for him. He's realizing, hey, that's how wet clothes dry in the clothesline, and that's how puddles disappear. It's not magic, it's the sun and the wind doing their science thing.
And that's what's so amazing. This whole story about Eddie and Sunny, it's not just a made-up tale. It's real science happening all the time. You can see it for yourself, right in your own backyard. So, as we start to wind down this incredible adventure, what's the big idea? What's the one amazing thing Eddie learned? It's pretty simple, but it's also mind-blowing. Water can fly.
And look, Eddie's waving goodbye from his cloud. He wants to make sure we remember the most important part. He's saying, "Bye, kids. Remember, water can turn into air. That's evaporation."
And Sunny has one last message for you too. With that big, warm smile, he's saying, keep learning, little scientists, because you know what? The world is just packed with amazing secrets to figure out.
And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. We learned that evaporation seems like magic, but it's really just science. So, my question for you is, what other everyday magic can you find that's secretly powered by science? Think about it next time you see a puddle disappear. And maybe, just maybe, you'll wonder where Eddie is going next, because he's got to come back down his rain sometime.
Thanks so much for joining our adventure.